Hi everyone, it's Katie from Modly Chic. Welcome to another Fashion Beauty Friend Friday. Today we're talking blogger mechanics, kind of the technology that goes behind creating your posts and making your blogs. I'm really excited about this topic because I think a lot of bloggers think that you have to have one certain type of camera or one certain type of equipment, and that's just not the case. And I think we're going to see that today by reading through everyone's responses and seeing how different we all are, but how we can still create really great posts. So let's get started. The number one question that we're looking at today is what technology do we use? I use a very basic Coolpix camera. It's nothing that exciting. It takes pretty good pictures though, which I like, and it's got a timer, which of course for me is really important. It's got flat edges here and here, which is nice because I can set it down on places to use as a tripod. So that's nice. So I use this. I also used my Droid Incredible. I use this obviously not really for taking pictures because I don't think that's the best, but I do use it for responding to emails, a lot of comments, and reading other blogs and things like that. It's definitely a lifesaver since I have 5 different email accounts. So I use that. I use a MacBook Pro as my computer, which I really like a lot, and I think it's really helpful, and it's got a lot of space on it, which is important for all the photos and music and stuff like that I have. And then I also use a little flip cam that I have for shooting some videos and stuff like that. Obviously I haven't done too many videos yet, so I'm getting into that. The next thing we're talking about is what about the computer technology you use and the online technology. So on my MacBook Pro I use Photoshop a lot, obviously. I use the iPhoto system that's on here. I use iMovie to create these movies, these little vlogs. And online, I use PhotoBucket. It stores all of my photos. I just recently moved to WordPress, but I'm still a big Blogger fan, so I use Blogger for some of my other stuff. And then obviously I use Word to type up my posts. So that's that. The third question that we're looking is what's the process of taking photos, taking your daily pictures? For me, it's a very basic process. It's pretty darn easy. I walk out the front door, the back door, set aside 10 minutes, and just kind of quickly go and take photos. The number of photos I take varies. It might be 5 if the photos turn out really well, if the lighting is good, etc. If there aren't people in the background. But it might be 10 or 15 or sometimes 20 if I'm trying to get a really good angle of an accessory, or I'm trying not to get people in cars in the backdrop and things like that. The fourth question is also to do with taking the photos. It's kind of how do you scout out locations. I feel like I'm always on the lookout for different locations, places to go, backdrops, etc. Although a lot of times I end up just taking it right outside my back door. But I'm also always on the lookout for a place that I can rest the camera since I don't have a tripod. It's got to be able to rest there. So I'm very good at finding signposts and fire hydrants and mailboxes and ledges and fence posts and things like that, parking meters, to set the camera on. So that goes into a lot of my scouting to try to find a place that would work really well to set the camera up. And then obviously also, since I'm taking my own photos, it needs to be up against a backdrop. Like I need to be standing against a wall or an obstacle, a building, a tree, whatever, to be able to make the camera focus as I'm setting the timer. So that goes into scouting my locations as well. And the last question we're looking at is if I could splurge on any one piece of technology, what would it be? I'm definitely going to have to say a new camera. I've dropped mine a couple times and it still works, which is really nice, and there's nothing wrong with it, but I mean, this is kind of sad. So I definitely would splurge on a new camera, and I probably should just buy, it's not even a splurge, a tripod, but I don't know, I'm a little hesitant to do that because I don't want to be lugging it down the streets of Boston and setting up a photo opportunity in a park or something like that. I'm not big into everyone watching what I'm doing. So that's it. Those are my answers to Fashion Beauty Friend Friday this week. Looking forward to reading all the bloggers who are participating and what they're doing. Leave a comment below and let me know what kind of camera you're using to take your photos and work on your blog. Bye, until next week.